The Tinker has helped me a lot with better preparing for my research and also making connections. So a lot of the connections I have for future research were built doing the Tinker work. And for example, the people I worked with in the community, I want to collaborate more with them on developing the research questions in the future. And without doing this preliminary work, then I'd still be sort of looking for those answers with my participants, with the people that I'm trying to form relationships with. So the Tinker really helped sort of establish that first level of relationship with people when you're doing research with people. And that's definitely going to help me a lot in my professional journey and academic journey as I pursue similar research topics in the area. So for me personally, there weren't a lot of challenges in the application process, but that's because I knew what to expect. I knew that I was going to have to spend more time thinking about the application because I had to think through what I actually wanted to do on site with my research. By talking with other people that have had a Tinker field research grant, that helped me prepare a lot. There's sort of a catch-22 when it comes to research, especially working with people, in that you're expected to have sort of a clear, definitive project when you apply for grants, but until you get there, especially early on in the research phase, you don't really know what's going to happen. You don't know how your participants may respond to your research question and what directions they may want to take it. As far as the application process goes, I'd say the most challenging thing is knowing what to write in order to give yourself the flexibility you need to make changes later down the road. So when applying for the research grant, for the Tinker research grant, the advice I'd like to give is to think about how your research is actually going to benefit the people and the place that you're going. You know, the ethics board does help you do this to some degree if you're going through an IRB process. However, even beyond that, really try to think about what kind of benefits your research may bring to the community, and then be open to thinking, you know, maybe it's not bringing benefits, and that can be part of your growth and learning as a researcher too. So not just in the application, but in the actual doing, think about how the minute you get on that plane to go to a research site, you've got to be documenting your entire life from the minute you get up to the minute you go to sleep in the evening, so that you can validate what time you were actually spending doing research and what time you were doing other activities, resting, being a tourist, going maybe and doing other things outside of the Tinker grant. And so you have to think about how there's sometimes going to be a lot of work to be done on site, and then large gaps of downtime where you have to think about, how can I make this downtime a contribution to my research? How can I show that I'm actually spending time on this project that I'm so fortunate to receive funding getting? And that's the main thing. Just stay open, keep an open mind to the possibilities of the place that you're in. Take a lot of pictures, even if you're not culturally permitted to take pictures of people or of certain things. Even just taking pictures of small little things will help you keep a record of where you've been and what you were doing. And if you can't take pictures or it's really not appropriate, then taking just small memos, writing down a few words every hour or so, will help you at the end of the day to document your journey and your experience there.